Fire protection estimating in PataBid Quantify. The first thing I'm going to do here is right-click on my demos folder here and select New Estimate. And then I'm going to give it a name. We'll call it Demo Fire Protection here. And hit Create. And it's going to add the estimate into my demos folder here. When I click on the estimate, it's going to open up for with some other things that I can enter in here. I can go ahead and add in a closing date or any of these other dates here. I can track who I'm bidding to, if that's owners, general contractors, other sub-trades. I can track my square footage values. All of those pieces I can enter in here. But the next major piece is to upload some documents. So I'm going to click in this box. And I'm going to select a couple of PDFs here. And I can bring those in and attach those into my estimate here. Anything PDF can be attached in. Plans, specifications, any of those kind of documents. Once I have this set up, I can click the Open button. And this is going to open up the estimate for me in a new tab. And on the left-hand side here, I've got the documents that I've attached in. And I can select any one of these pages here, and it's going to take a moment to render it, and then open it up in my viewport here. There we go. And then I can navigate this like any other PDF viewer, drag it around, zoom in, zoom out, all of those pieces when working with these documents. Then on the left-hand side here, we have our items database. Now we have a number of different sectors or industries in here, but for fire protection, under the fire protection folder here are all of the items that we have in our database. And these include products from Viking, Victaulic, Reliable, all of the standard bits and pieces that you would use in a fire protection sprinkler estimate. Then we have assemblies. So assemblies are collections of items that bring together an installation. So fittings, sprinkler heads, hangers, all of those kind of pieces, when you're installing them, usually involve a number of components. Our assemblies are formula driven, and so you can create customized assemblies. We have a number of them out of the box for this that will put together a comprehensive bill of materials. On the right hand side, we have our quick item pads. Quick item pads are shortcuts into the items and assemblies database. So when I select my sprinkler heads quick item pad here, I have a number of different styles of sprinkler heads that I can use. And these are shortcuts again into the items and assemblies. When I click on one of these, you'll see that the icon follows my mouse around, and I could go and do a manual takeoff of this. But what I'm going to do is use rapid count here. So I'm going to click on this yellow icon and then zoom in and select the symbol that I want to count. And hit commit. That sends it off to our servers, and they're going to take over doing the counts for me. While that is going on, I'm going to set the scale on this drawing. So I'm going to use this known dimension here, take a measurement of it. There we go. And that's 45 feet. Hit apply, and that scale is set. And then I'm going to switch over to my systems assemblies here. And I'm going to take off this cross branch piping here, 2.5 inch, select my cross main, and then select my sizes here. We're going to run this in schedule 10, black pipe with our standard orange fittings, 1/2 inch weldolets. And then I can simply left click, drag it across, left click again, and then right click. And that's going to put it into my estimate here. Now my search is finished here, so I can click on this green button to reload the drawing here, and here we go. We can see that it's counted 392 of these heads for me. It's missed a few of them here because the symbol overlapped a coupling. So what I'm going to do here is go back to my sprinklers, and simply rerun that. I'm going to check off replace overlapping counts so that I don't double count anything. And then I'm going to highlight that symbol that was missed, hit commit, and tell the AI to take a run and find all of those for me. And then I'm going to go back to my systems assemblies here again. And I'm going to continue with my count here. So I'm going to take off some elbows, for example, on the main here. These are 6-inch elbows, and you'll see again that the icon is following my mouse here. There we are. And then I can take off my 6-inch feeder main here. It's going to remember the size. Run this in Schedule 10. And select those items there. And here we go. I can start to trace this in. And scroll all the way down here. There we go. And then right-click to finish that. Refresh the page to pick up my latest counts. Here we go, and it's picked up all of those pieces now. And I may need to add in some other components here. If I've got a riser assembly, any of those kind of components, I'm going to put that right there. There we are. And if I had any other pieces in here that I would need, I could put those in. Once I've done my takeoff, and you can also draft out pieces in here if you don't have a layout drawing. There is full drafting components in here also. Once I've done the takeoff, I go into summary, and this pulls together the entire project for me. In here, we're bringing together things like shop drawings, all of those individual component pieces in here, so you can know exactly what you're bringing in to your estimate. This is where if you load your pricing in, you can have all of your material pricing in here for Victaulic, for Reliable, and those components. And we're also bringing in the labor hours here. And all of this can be broken down and summarized. So if I select phase of construction, for example, we can break this out into its various different components here. Or if I were to select drawing, here we go. We have our individual components in here. Then in closing here, we can select drawing, for example, attach in our various different crews, and work up a comprehensive price through all of these components in here. And that is estimating fire sprinkler work.